This is the intro to the October shred. So if you have questions toward the end, I certainly want to answer them, but I'm just going to go through it and then we will just make sure you get the questions answered. So our October shred, we shred the second Monday of of every month, and the shred really is designed to, it's a jump start. And for this 10 days, we are focusing on flooding our bodies with the foods that serve us best and then pushing out the habits that don't. And we're going to talk about what happens after the 10 days, but why the 10 days in the first place. If I told you, well, this is the thing, we know that you can do anything for 10 days, that this 10-day window is enough time for you to see some changes within your body in order to decide if you want to keep going this way. So, and we know that it's very, very effective to do that. Yes, Sanja. So, Sanja, can you admit people in as you see them? Because I can't necessarily see who's trying to get in. So, if you see them, can you just let them in? Yeah, that's why I made you a
No
co-host.
problem.
Thanks.
Okay, great.
So, with the 10-day shred, so yeah, you see them coming in, Sanja? If you
I
can,
just admitted one, and she's my
I
guest,
can't hear you. Say that
actually.
again.
I just admitted one, and she's my guest.
I can't even hear you, but can you let people in when they're trying to get into the Zoom?
Yes, yes,
Oh, thank
yes.
thank you. And then, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're going to talk about the guidelines of what to eat. So this is important when we're doing the shred. So for the 10 days, you're going to eliminate gluten and dairy. And here's why. Gluten is the protein found in wheat, and most of the wheat now is genetically modified so that the our digestive system doesn't necessarily, not everybody, but a lot of us don't know how to process that wheat. And even though you think, oh, I can eat bread or I can eat these things, and you think that you're just fine, during this 10-day process, we're asking you to pull away from it so that you can see if there is a difference in your body, because we know that it is responsible for some allergies and bloating, and it actually sometimes aggravates autoimmunes because so much of our immune system is in our gut. And when our gut is off kilter, it does a lot of other things to the rest of our bodies. In order for you to know that, we want you to pull back on that for these 10 days. So we're eliminating gluten and dairy. And that's for the same premise that we're doing that. And dairy really is your yogurt, your cheese, butters, milk. There are non-dairy forms of all of those things. So like butter, you can use Earth Balance or a vegan butter. But anything that is wheat and with dairy for those 10 days, we're going to push back on that. Eliminating processed foods and refined sugars. So there's sugars in just about everything. If you look at the label, salad dressings, it's hidden pretty much in so many things. So when we say processed foods, in doing that, you're gonna pull back on a lot of the sugars anyway in the processed foods, and then refined sugars such as cookies and candies and all of those things. We're gonna pull back on those. Drink enough water so that your urine is clear, and that's easier than telling you drink such and such liters and how much water. You know that throughout the day, if your urine is not clear, then you need more water. When you wake up in the morning, that's your urine will be the darkest at that time, but it should get lighter and lighter throughout the day as you're consuming more water. We're asking you to sleep 7 to 8 hours per night, and some shredders will say they sleep better while they're shredding. Exercise most days. So when we say exercise, do more than what you're doing now. If you do nothing, get up and walk, right? If you're already walking, kick it up a notch during these 10 days, and eliminate eating after 6 or 7 at the max. And that really helps your body to chill out. Your digestive system is not working through the night. And I know that sometimes for us it's hard in the night to we want to snack because that's when the snacking urge really comes in. So we want you to just really focus and discipline yourself that during these 10 days that you refrain from eating after 6 or 7 at the max. And then you're going to replace 1 or 2 meals with your complete shake or your protein shake. 1 or 2. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as I show you the menu. But at least one shake a day. And then you'll see the other meals that we're recommending. Also, add in your fruits, vegetables, and berries. So all of you, or most of you, have the Juice Plus capsules or chewables, and you're going to take those every day, not just during the 10 days, but every day. So when you're doing the 10-day shred, during this 10 days, you're following the specific guidelines, but your capsules are, you have enough to last you for 4 months. And so we want you to take them every day because that's your micro nutrition, and it'll do wonders for your body after the 10 days. If you have capsules, you can throw them right into your shake. Don't even have to open them, and it's easy to take that way. You all have your shred menu. You should have that. If you don't, let your shred leader know to make sure that you have that, and so that the guidelines are all sketched out for you. But we're going to show you an example of what to eat here as well. We have a Facebook group and you have a shred leader. So whoever your shred leader is, they'll be communicating with you daily, checking in with you during the shred. So our Facebook group, the whole shred community is in there, and then maybe your shred leader will have a text group for just their handful of shredders. But the more engaged you are, the better. We know that, for some, this 10 days might be a tough journey. If it's tough, say it. If it's easy, say it, because we need all of that. We need the folks that are rocking it, and we need the folks that are struggling to say they're struggling, so we can pull you up and say, come on, you can do it for 10 days. So, okay. So here's the recommended options for carbohydrates, because this is really important, especially if your intention is to release weight. People shred for all different reasons, not just for weight. I mean, our shredders are athletes, we shredders from every walk of life and different goals that our shredders have. But this is what I would say about the carbohydrates. So in order to balance your blood sugar and balance your weight and just keep everything all balanced out, this is what we would want to follow in terms of your carbohydrates. So you're looking at 1 cup cooked or 1 serving. If you're doing a package something, which we're really not, right? Because we're taking out the processed foods. But let's say you're doing oatmeal, which is not necessarily a processed foods, but maybe it's, you get it in the canister or what have you, but we want to give you the measurement. So rice, if you're doing rice, 1 cup of rice. Now 1 cup of cooked rice. So that's a half a cup or a little less when it's not cooked. But 1 cup of cooked rice, or you can do oatmeal or beans, sweet potatoes. I love this. Corn tortillas, so you can make tacos during the shred, not fried per se, but you can use those corn tortillas. You could do quinoa, plantains, grits, popcorn. These are the recommended carbohydrates during the shred. People will ask about bread, right? So we said no gluten, and then someone will say, well, what about gluten-free bread? And my recommendation, and the closer you stay to the recommendations, the better your results will be. I would say stick to these listed carbohydrates here. That's my recommendation. Now people do whatever they want to do, but to see to get the most benefit, stick with the carbohydrates that are listed here, which should also be listed on your menu. Check to see that you have the 10-day menu at a glance. In the email that was sent to you, you will find links to the 10-day menu, and then you will find a link to the full menu. The full menu is really designed to be used after the shred, because the full menu is more, it has some gluten in there, it has some dairy options in there. It's not as tight or strict, I would say. I don't like to use the word strict, but it gives you more leeway. During these 10 days, we just want you to really focus and use that 10-day menu at a glance as your guide. So what does that look like? Your first meal should be your smoothie. And so let's talk smoothie versus shake. So shake is just the powder and a water or a nut milk shaken up, right? So it's recommended that you do a smoothie in the morning or for your first meal because it keeps you fuller longer. And so, what smoothie means is that you're adding in a fruit, a nut butter. So, let me go over the logistics of this smoothie, right? So, you have your protein powder, you're adding 8 ounces of either milk or unsweetened, water or unsweetened nut milk, a tablespoon of nut butter. It could be peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, sunflower butter, whatever 1 tablespoon that you like, or you can do a half of an avocado. That fat, good fat, is will keep you fuller longer. And then you're adding in a cup of fruit max. So here's the deal. Folks generally want to load up, load up, load up on their fruit. And I really just say 1 cup max. And if you're balancing your blood sugar, half of a cup opposed to 1 cup. So if you're again diabetic, you're balancing your blood sugar, then go with half of a cup of fruit for your blood sugar. I use a banana every day, a tiny banana, a medium banana for my smoothie with the chocolate or even the vanilla, and it's amazing. It tastes like dessert, and it's my favorite. With your complete shakes, just a couple of important things to note. You're doing 1 or 2 a day. So only one should be a smoothie and the other one can be a shake. So one is a smoothie, the other one is just a shake with the powder and the water or the nut milk. If you're hungry between meals, and that rarely happens, but if you're hungry between meals, reach out to your shred leader for some guidance on that. But you should be full. If you're not, again, reach out to your shred leader. If you're not hungry, and hours and hours have passed, my suggestion is drink some water, right? If you don't feel like eating and whatever the case may be, just drink some water. Get some nutrients or get some water to flush your body out. But we do want to make sure that you are getting, three meals in, either your 2 shakes and your dinner or your 1 shake and a middle meal and then your dinner. And if the complete gives you gas, let your shred leader know. We know that when you're putting all this nutrients in your body, sometimes it rumbles up some gas in there because it's kicking up some toxins and all of that good stuff. So the gas is a good thing because it's like it's working, but we know that this happens when you're doing the shred. But let us know, let your shred leader know if you're experiencing gas or anything that doesn't make you happy. Don't not tell your shred leader because we know what to say and we know. So tell us so we can help guide you through that. So if you are your next meal or a snack, if you need a snack, then you can do a little bit of turkey breast. And some people say, "Oh, isn't this all plant based?" We want to meet you where you are. So if you're doing that plant based journey, then there's an option for veggies and hummus as a snack. But if you're not, if you're inching your way through it and you need a little bit of snack, have a little bit of turkey breast and some veggies, or a little bit of tuna and some veggies, but stay faithful to what is here for those 10 days. Your lunch, if you're doing that second shake, or if you're not, you can do a big salad. I love a big salad every day, and you can be so creative with that. And I recommend you put a little bit of protein on it, be it chicken, fish, tofu, eggs, turkey, whatever you want to put on that salad. A little bit of nuts if you want, and just make it a hearty veggie filled salad. The more vegetables you get in your body, the better. We want you to feel this in a good way. And then for your dinner, evening meal, be creative with it. You all kinds of things, stir fries. There's endless, and there's lots of recipes, and you'll see people posting their ideas. But the idea here is to have 4 ounces or more of your protein: chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, tofu, your vegetables, 1 cup or more. So if you like a big bowl of Brussels sprouts, go for it. And then this is where you're going to have your rice or your quinoa, or your corn tortillas, or your beans, or whatever the carbohydrate is. Have it here and drink your water. I drink tea a lot with stevia, so I want to let y'all know that that's okay if you want to drink tea, as long as it's sweetened naturally, or not even sweetened. But I like stevia, which is from a plant, and I have my tea. The protein options during the shred, we want you to have it grilled, baked, pan seared, chicken breast, turkey breast, tempeh, tofu, eggs, egg whites. You're complete. We don't recommend red meat during the shred. So if you could push back on that, that would be great. And again, if you want to do the whole plant-based journey and beef it up with your tofu and tempeh and jackfruit and different things like that, jackfruit is not a protein source per se. I'm going to tell you that it's like a meat, but it's a fruit, so it's not protein rich. But I have jackfruit all the time. And again, if you have questions, we'll make sure we get those answers for you at the end. Your veggies, they can be raw, they can be frozen, broiled, roasted. I don't recommend canned veggies of any kind. And your fruit, half a piece or a cup. And you can actually, if at your dinner meal, instead of rice or tortillas or anything else, if you want a cup of fruit or an apple or anything like that, you could put that in there as well. And then if you're doing intermittent fasting, I'm not going to go over it a lot, but I would say connect with your shred leader if you there's a menu that will guide you through intermittent fasting. So if you don't have that and you want to have that, connect with your shred leader and ask them about it. I will say this, with intermittent fasting, it's not for everyone. You're cycling, you're eating for 8 hours. That's the most popular form. You're eating for 8 hours and you're not for 16 hours. And I like it. It works good for me, but it doesn't work for you if you have low blood sugar, low blood pressure, or you're pregnant. It doesn't work for everybody. But it does help. You are, especially if you're doing the shred, it gives you all the nutrients that you need, and it gives your body a full on break for your digestive system to not overwork itself. And as I mentioned, it's not for everyone. If you do have specific questions about intermittent fasting, when I'm done, I'll answer them for you because I want to make sure you all get your questions answered. There is a cookbook, The Taste of Shred, and then the necessary recipes that you all should have. Oh, and I want to tell you um, a lot of things. I'll make sure I remember to say what I was going to say. But you have your Juice Plus. So if this is your first time taking Juice Plus, I recommend that you start off with half of the dosage just for a couple of days. So let me tell you what the full dosage is, and then we'll talk half dose. So for the chewables, as an adult, the full dose of chewables is 4 of each, and the full dosage of capsules are 2 of each, right? So 4 chewables and 2 capsules. That's the full amount. When you're first starting out, just for the first few days, take half. So the chewables, you're taking 2, the capsules, you're taking 1, just for the first few days, and then you can bump up to the 2. And why do I say that? Because it's a lot of nutrition going into your body. You're putting stuff in, you're taking out stuff, and we want your body just to get, used to what you're doing. It's all fruits and vegetables, and it's all good, but legitimately, it it's it can pull out toxins out of your body, because that's what it's designed to do, is give you what you need and pull out what's not serving you. And we want to do that in a gentle way. So just start off just a little bit slower with that. And you can also put them right inside of your shakes. And I want to tell you again the benefits of Juice Plus. And it legitimately is literally fruits and vegetables, the pits, the peel, the seed in the capsule or the chewable, backed by science. And for me as a nutritionist, that's really my number one recommendation, because I just know that it's very powerful and it's very effective. It's not a multivitamin. It looks like a vitamin, right? But a multivitamin is a synthetic version of nutrients. And this is the actual fruit, just with the water taken out. And I want to tell you what to expect by actually taking it. There's so many studies, especially when it comes to the immune system and the immune health, that have been done over the years. So it legitimately helps with the immune system. But here are 11 things to expect by taking a full serving. So consistently, So within 7 days, all the antioxidants in your blood plasma will go up by 75%. We know this. This isn't, we guessed at it. It's through science, through research, through tests, specifically with the Juice Plus capsules taken daily. We know that within 7 days, the free radicals and the damage in your body will go down. So as you get more good stuff, the goods will go up and the bads will go down. Also, within the first 80 days, your DNA will be 66% less damaged than before you were taking it. Cardiovascular improvement in circulation in 28 days. Also, your immune function. So that's the thing right now. We want our immune system to be rock star right now. We want it to be heightened. And this does that. And we know that your B cells and your T cells will be better off by taking it daily. Because remember, it's just fruits and vegetables, but it's a lot of it. And it's that the phytochemicals that we need. The anti-inflammatory response throughout the body. So inflammation. And inflammation, sometimes we see it outwardly by swelling, but sometimes inflammation is inside and you don't know that it's in your body. And even with your gums, if your gums are bleeding, that has sign of inflammation and all of that in the body. So this really helps. Healthier gums and your teeth and bleeding less in your pockets. That happened to me. The dentist told me so, and I was shocked because the only thing that I was doing differently was I wasn't even flossing more. I was actually taking the Juice Plus. So look for healthier gums. And then your skin, 39% increase in the healthy look of your skin. And I think I'm gonna eventually, I want Sandra to pop on. So Sandra, I'm giving you a pre-notice because I want people to see you and see your skin and just tell your shred story too. So I'm hoping you'll do that because I'm putting you on the spot. For pregnancy, lower risk of preeclampsia, toxemia, and premature labor. Vast benefits for adults and kids, and a new study shows a decrease in belly fat and insulin resistance, and then increased lung power and capacity in heavy smokers. So it shows that the oxidized cholesterol in the blood plasma goes down. That's really powerful. And then if you have a child, your child will receive the Juice Plus for free. And 96%, 93% of children that take the Juice Plus notice a positive experience. And a lot of them are just craving and eating more produce on their own. So check your email and make sure that you have, I'll come to you, Sandra. Make sure you have your menu. Make sure you have your cookbook, that you've been in the group. Make sure that you've checked the invite. And if you haven't, let me know or let your shred leader know so we can get you in the shred group, because there's a lot of good stuff in that group. There are units and topics. So you can find, if you're looking for information on detox or certain recipes, you can push that in there and find it. It's really well organized for so many resources. So we hope that you go in there. And maybe at the end, I'll be able to go in there and show you. You want to make sure you have your after shred 4-week meal plan and your personal drive and commitment. This is 10 days. And we're going to come back together at the end of the 10 days and then talk about what to do next, because there is a next step, but let's just get through these 10 days. If you take your measurements, not for us, but for you, you can see what has changed. And I would say journal your journey so you know how you feel, and take photos of yourself, optional for you, because you want to see, okay, what did I notice from day 1 to day 10? Preparation is key. So the shred starts on Monday and this is Thursday. So whatever you have in your cabinet, in your refrigerator that's unshred friendly and you feel like it might bother you. So if you have Chips Ahoy cookies in your cabinet and they will look at you on Monday, then maybe either throw them out or eat them on Sunday. I don't know, but move them out of your way so that you won't be tempted to bother them and they won't bother you. I talked about our group, so make sure you're in there. If you are on Facebook, it's a lovely group and you'll meet wonderful, wonderful people and great ideas. We will look to hold you accountable and lift you up because it gets tough. Life happens during the 10 days and we know that. And we just encourage you to post and share the good, the bad, the ugly on there. And if you don't have Facebook, talk to your shred leader. They'll probably text you or do something else. But we want you to get on Facebook if you have it. So now what to expect from the shred, everybody's experience is different, right? It's different. But Sanja, can you share your just your journey with doing the shred and taking Juice Plus, and then I need you to share with them how young you are, so they just need to know that part. They just need to know.
She likes to pick on the seniors.
I do, because you don't look like a senior, right? You just
No,
don't.
yes, thank you, Robin. I am 61 years old, and I love saying that because it's a true blessing to be this age. But Juice Plus came into my life at a good time. I was exhausted, hot flashing, in back pain, having a headache every Friday, and taking over the counter meds and prescribed medication. And since starting on the Juice Plus, everything changed. I was able to come home and do things in the afternoon from work. And that just blossomed into a different lifestyle for me. I can go out with my husband and not have to leave an event early in the evening because I had to go to sleep. I just wasn't able to do it. And so now I can do that. I don't, my medication cabinet in the kitchen is now filled with Juice Plus shakes and, and capsules and bars and everything Juice Plus. No, I threw all the prescription meds out. Thankfully, I don't need them anymore in my that support them, live a more energetic life, and I'm just thankful for it. And I have to shout out to Jessica, my new shred buddy, who is
Yeah,
on this call. I know she's here, so welcome to you, Jessica.
thank
Yeah,
you.
that's it, Robin. Is
Yes.
there more?
No, you said it. You said enough. Everybody's shred different. Is everybody's shred experience is different. Like we've had shredders that they release 15
Mhm.
pounds. They really have shredders that their headache goes away. I mean, you tell us shredders what you experience when the 10 days are over, and we encourage you to think about this as something you're going to do the 10 days of every month. I also want to say that with the shred or taking Juice Plus and all of that, it is not designed to treat or cure any specific illness or disease. When you flood your body with what it needs, your body knows what to do with it. So everybody's experience is different, and it is their individual experience. But I repeat, when your cells get what they need, it'll do what it needs. Your body will do what it needs to do. And that's the power of nutrition. And unfortunately, the food that we find, or even the fruits and vegetables in the store, they're not vine ripened. They're picked before all the nutrition is in there. And often people don't know this, but like tomatoes, when they're picked, they're not even red. So there's the chemical that's put in there to make them pretty, shiny, and red. And so when you're eating those things, you're just not getting what your body needs. And that's how come we see all of these different challenges, is because of the environment that we live and what we're not getting. And the beauty of this is that you're able to put in your body what it needs. So after the shred, so after these 10 days, we're going to have a post shred meeting October 22nd. That should be not this, so 2 weeks from now. We're going to come back together, talk to you all, see how it went. So mark your calendars for that, because we want to hear from you legitimately. Like, how did it go? What did you experience? What did you find? Because we want to support you, and then we'll talk about what to do next. So let's go into questions now. You can unmute yourself, or you can type them in if you have questions, and I would love to answer. So I'm actually going to stop my screen share, and then, oh, here
And
I am.
Robin, one thing I did not say is
Uh-huh.
I do want Jessica and any of the new guests on to know that this community of like-minded people, the support that we get from each other is what empowers us to get through these shreds. And also to know that we don't always have I don't always have a perfect shred. I make mistakes, but I get back in there because Gwen or somebody else is saying, get back in the boat
Yeah.
and start paddling.
So I was in the dark, y'all. I'm in the dark and I'm in my bed. So I think I was trying to like hide from y'all so I wouldn't see, but I realized I'm in the dark. But any questions that we can answer for you and at all? Don't be shy, or I guess you can be shy, but if you want to type it in, we'll answer them for you. If not, that means you ready. You're ready to go. Anything? All right. Well, it sounds like then we did a good job in explaining everything to you. The
Hold on, Robin.
Okay.
Hold up. Sorry, I was busy.
okay.
I do want to know if you have been recording the call,
Yes.
just for review purposes.
Yes.
I did take notes, but you know, sometimes we miss something while we're writing. So if you do have it recorded, if we
will.
can get that posted.
I will absolutely. So what I'll do is I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you later. But are you in the Facebook group?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Busy week.
I'll send it to you, but I'm also gonna post it in the Facebook group for everybody else. So make sure y'all get in there, so that so you can get the recording.
Okay.
I will do it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. So it's Monday, y'all, and I shred. We this is what we do. This is our lifestyle, and you'll find when you keep doing it, your body will start to behave differently, and you'll behave differently mentally too, because you'll know, okay, it's coming. I don't have the Facebook group link. So the Facebook group link is in the email with the meal plan. However, I will make sure that you get that, because you're one of my shredders, so I'll make sure you get it. And so all your shred leaders, make sure your shredders get the Facebook link, and if you're a shredder, make sure you get the Facebook link, and we'll do that way. All right. So actually, let me stop this recording.